Right, let me just double check this is actually working. Right, okay, it's working. Great. Right, let me just finalise my entire life right now, as I'm working out where everything is on this, so, if you bear with me a second, everybody, be able to get all my life up. Okay, let's put that down to there. Put that there. Great, yeah, fantastic. Get my stream up on the side. Sim dash. Evening, Dave. Right, mate. How are we? Basin, hello, Bass and Basin. Is it Bass or Bass, mate? How are we doing this? How are we doing this? Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. I'm good. I'm just having a bit of a. I'm just kind of getting my head together. Obviously, I know that normally Mick normally runs in charge for this. So I'm kind of working out where my everything is at the moment for everything. Second one, Bass and Basin. I keep on forgetting which one it was. Just type in bass as in like double S or bass as in like touch bass. So that's how I'll tell it. Just type that in, mate. So just do bass or bass, and I'll try my best to follow that one for the remainder of the session. Bass, right? Got you. Cheers, Basin. Great. Right. So it's just me tonight. I know we're still waiting on a fair few people to come in to the stream. So yeah, got a few people. I think still due to join. I've only got 3 people in the stream. One of those is actually me. So one more driver waiting in the lobby. Yeah, one more driver. Yeah, we need Andre needs to get his act together and join up. Yeah, we got what we up to? We've got 12 people. Well, about one. I think we're on one person. Alligator is the one. All the way, guys. If you could all add. I don't know if I'm Stiggy or TDR on here. It'd be quite helpful actually to realise what I am. I'd love to, Vasil, but I don't actually have you. What is it, bloody hell? Where's it gone? I don't actually have anybody added right now, so I don't know. I know that can someone invite Alligator, please? Great news. Yeah, so if you please add me on EA TDR 458, please. Thank you, Basin. Appreciate it. We're at Austria tonight, aren't we? Yeah, we're at Austria tonight. Let's have a quick look at what is where. So have a look. So what we've got? We've got 13. I don't know how many people actually checked in tonight. So have a quick look on who we've got. So let's have a quick head counts. Prof's here. Arbegdori's here. That's good. Royal Rumble's here. Lee Webb is here. F1 Ray Riley's here. Basin's here. Alligator's now here. Looney Man, he is... Looney Man? Looney Man's here. Dental Tech. Which one is Dental Technician? Don't know who Dental Technician is. Speechy, he's in. Kempy, he's in. Mystery, he's in. Tommy MC is in. So, I don't know if we're missing out on Dental Tech or not. I'm just trying to work out who on earth Dental Tech actually is. So it'd be helpful if we get an idea about who that is actually. Cordo is Dental. Thank you so much, Arbigdory. Appreciate it, mate. Coming in last minute for me. You know, thank you for the love. Appreciate it, yeah. No, thank you. Yeah, I said I normally keep an eye on Nick's stream when I'm streaming alongside him to kind of keep an eye on the comms. But yeah, so yeah, fingers crossed. I'll have a good night. So we're Austria, as I was saying. I was just kind of do a head count and stuff. So we are going, which is good news. So let's have a look. Tonight we have Dave Riley currently leading the championship on 255. What's that? 25 points behind. Then is Arbigdory. So it's pretty clear kind of top two for the championship here at the moment. I mean, how far are we through the championship? I think we're now just ticked over halfway. So 6 races remaining here. So there is still over 300 points on offer. So technically speaking, everybody can still actually win the championship tonight, which is great news. So there we are. It should be a pretty close one between these two again. I don't know what everybody's pace is kind of looking like really for Austria, kind of relative to what we normally see in like the Masters division. But I think I'm just going to quickly find out what my pole time was last time we were here, which I'm trying to work out actually. It was quite a while since I've been here actually. I think the Legacy season 11. Here we go. So Legacy, we were here. Let me just kind of wind this back a little bit. Quite good to get an idea actually of where everything was. I know we're on a one-shot quali. Here we go. So 1040 was actually the one-shot qualifying host. Speechy, how you doing? All right, mate. Yeah. So 1040 was the Legacy top tier kind of similar time, sort of like maybe like a high 3. That was odd weather. I think it was still dry, but a little bit cold. Our baby's drive with 3 tyres. Yeah, but you're still winning the championship, Dave. You know, and I think at this point consistency is key. You need to, you know, show consistency here to make it work. Lee Webb, hello, nice to see you, mate. Welcome. Just gonna quickly. Hopefully my sim dash is working so I can keep an eye on everybody on the top right hand corner of my screen. Here we go. Let's get everybody labelled on my sim dash on the side here. Kempy's in. Great. Let's have a look who else we've got. Tommy. Who's in the Racing Bulls tonight? Cordo. Not Cordno, or more commonly known as Andre, as he will be now, because I'm not going to get that name wrong. Prof, he's out. 9 people in chat. Hello, everybody. Please do keep your streams up for the race. It'd be great to get a little bit of love from you all. Yeah, Nino normally Mick's the one that handles this, and I'm normally sat in the sidelines. But no, he's got a lot on his plate today. So get some love for Mick in the chat still. So yeah, obviously I know he's away. I think over back in the UK over the weekend, I think, or something at least. So it'd be good to kind of give him some little bit of time to himself tonight and sort out. Jack Tyler says break a leg. He's messaged me. Thank you, JT. Big love, mate. Feel free to watch, mate, if you're bored. I'm just hosting it myself tonight, so I'm not going to try and break one of my own legs. I'll be honest, JT. But I'm sure if you miss the braking zone enough, you'll do it for me. So let's have a look where everybody is at the moment. We've got Kempy. I think actually he's the lead car. He is the lead car. Let's pull up everything we need. Here we go. So actually we've got like the 2 Red Bulls might be giving each other a bit of a tow here actually. Kempy's already turned on his ERS, which is a bit interesting. But we'll give him the time of day, let him sit on board as the first man. So nice and wide, using all the road there. Actually looks like Tommy's serving his qualifying ban, of course he is. So Tommy following the rules there, serving his qualifying ban. Kempy down into turn 1. decent entry, but not using enough of the road on the side, so I'm sure that he'll have time to review his lap and kind of really push the side of the track. He needs to be all the way over to the left-hand side there. Same for this one here, 16.4 in the first. Again, just starting to ride the curb, really, but, you know, not pushing the limits of the track just yet. But again, it is only first quali, so we need, you know, first lap. So we need to, you know, give yourself a little bit of room for error here as Royal Rumble goes 3/10 faster in the first sector. He's probably pushing the limits ever so slightly more than Kempy is at the moment. Could obviously also be setup based. Nicely committed here, just leaving the throttle slightly open to balance the car. Tommy MC, again, doing the right thing and just taking his time and retiring from the session with his qualifying ban. So thank you, Tommy, for following the rules there, mate. Let's keep on board with Kempy here. Who's anyone gone quicker today? And it's like, no, Kempy's still the fastest man in the first sector right now. No, not Kempy, sorry. Royal Rumble is, but Kempy, second fastest man. Crosses the line here. It's going to be a 1:057, so you've got probably another half a second or so to improve on that time. Let's have a look. Royal Rumble seems to be the man to watch at the moment. Going around the final corner, misses the inside apex there, actually, but does going to come across the line, and it's a 5-1, so much better lap there from Kempy. Stiggy Legend, thank you, Mick. Appreciate the love, mate. Thank you so much. Arbeg Dory, who is the man to watch. He's invalidated, so he's going to go again here. I don't know where he invalidated, but he's absolutely got time to make a couple more mistakes if he wants to. Speechy to provisional pole with a 5-0. That's a much better line from Arbeg Dory at turn 1 there. Nice bit of a tap on the inside, so good use of the road. Alligator, I think, must have been doing an outlap with a 2 seconds slower than the pole time. So 16.1, which is a blisteringly quick first sector there for Arbeg Dory. Good use of the inside curb. Aston Martin will get out of the way, which is great news. Yeah, keeps out to the left. Our Looney Man, 4.7. Nice lap there, getting quicker. Lee Webb with a 4.4. So times are tumbling so far as people gain confidence. Arbeg Dory, you know, I think, still on his lap, but we'll see how he does. A very decent first sector from Arbeg Dory right now, so we'll see how he does in the middle. 28.8, and he's up. He's 44.9 of the first 2 sectors. I think he's using a lot of the road here, which is good, but it means he won't gain much, and he might have a couple of tenths at the end of the lap. See how he does through here. Just coasted him, taps the auto spin, but again uses it properly. Nice use of the inside curb there, and he's going to come. This will be a low 4, I think, as well. Actually, no, it's a high 4. So Arbeg Dory couldn't do any provisional P3, so. You know, very close to Looney Man in front of him, but again, these tyres are going to be a lap older than the cars around him. As Alligator improves to a 5.2, much more respectable lap there, which is good news. Yeah, I assume my stream mode isn't working here, is it? No, I'm not seeing any tyre wear, sadly, from anybody, which is a little bit annoying. Who actually is the people that's going to give me the full UDP data? Okay, so this is good news. So actually I can now see, if I go on board with a couple of the drivers, Alligator for example has got UDP data turned on, so I can see actually his tyre wear and stuff showing here. So it'd be good to get an idea of how the tyres are wearing. You know, it looks really good, actually quite a lot of detail here. It's up to 9% now on the front left for Alligator's tyres. So nice and detailed information. I know there's only a couple of the drivers that are doing this here. I think Alligator's one of them. And the other one, actually, I think he's only Looney Man. Looney Man's the only other driver, I think, who actually has his full data turned on for me. So, yeah, I think he's the other one who's going around his lap. And again, are these fresh tyres, or is he on a lap? This is definitely a lap. But, yeah, he hasn't got as much data enabled as I thought he would. A little bit upsetting. No arm done. Is he on his way in with this? No, he's not. He must be going around again already. This is a really early lap. He's really using the inside curb there. Throws it in. Lots of oversteer on exit for Looney Man. Many poos probably just shot out for him there. As who's that just starting their lap? Dave Riley's just finished his, I think. Yeah, he's done. He's got no overtake left. So who else is where? So Looney Man's going to charge his battery and put the poo back in. We've got Prof, currently on a low, he's not 8 tenths down, Mystery's on in lap. Speechy, I think, looks like he's on a lap. Purple Foot, 16.0 in the first, so he's absolutely the fastest man on track right now. Gets it turned in nicely, big use to the inside curb. Hasn't got a lot of overtake left though, it's quite a surprise actually how much boost he used there to bring himself up into the 16.0s. Decent inside curb there, but not using enough of the curb on the outside. Decent apex there, but he's just not pushing the limits of the track at the S's. Let's have a look here. So we've got no battery left, so I think he will sap time here. Use of the auto spin. Again, you need to be really all the way out to the left here on both the entry and exits of those corners. Invite my bro Gaz, say hello. Thank you, Mick. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you for the love. Speechy sets a 4-9. So who's on a lap? Let's have a look. Dave Riley starting his laps. This is who we took out for Arbeg Dory versus Dave Riley. Throws it in. Nice use of the curb on the outside, but I think a little bit too late on the brakes. He wasn't on the throttle as early as I'd expected him to be. Let's have a look how he fared in the first sector. So it was a 16.0 to beat. It was the fastest one we've seen. 16.4, so actually quicker, but not quick enough here. Really not quick enough. He's got a lot more time to gain. I mean, Andre, for example, sorry, is a 16.0 in the first, so he's... Hello, Gaz. Thank you for joining in, mate. Have a look. So Cordon here. 4-3. Much better lap, so really good job there. Really nicely done. So yeah, I mean, there's three tenths in the first sector, I think, for Riley. Looks like he's actually given up on the lap, so I think he might be charging or boxing. I'll go again. Gaz, you knobhead. Thank you. I'll take... Okay. Gaz. Thanks, Mick. Yeah. Here we go. It's Dave Riley again. I don't know how bad his tyres are, but I only see a couple of drivers with tyre wear. But this is... let's have a look down into turn 1. Again, seem a little bit reluctant to use all the curb on the left. I mean, you kind of look at the top division drivers and they're using all the curb. What's all the app? So I use an app called Sim Dashboard, Speechy, and basically... it shows what's called UDP telemetry data. So there's extra data that the game receives that can actually be sent to, let's say, an app over the internet. So, for example, when I'm racing myself, I use the app and I see, you know, we put a customised little dashboard on my phone of all my information like tyre temperatures, tyre wear, damage to the front wing, which I have in like a number, like a percentage, so I get more detail. You know, and in the... I then get limited information about other drivers if I want to. So right now I'm spectating. So what I have is, you know, on my other screen next to me here, Dave Riley has the world's worst pit entry. I see I've just got like a little ladder basically of all the lap times and stuff because it's data that I can look from the race director. So it gets this information kind of free of charge. And then if any driver has like their UDP telemetry turned on, like I know that, for example, Alligator has his enabled, you know, I don't want to rat him out during the races, it's not fair, but for example, I can see his, you know, tyre wear and details kind of such as that, so I know, you know, I can just see his tyre wear, his energy use, how much he's got left, how much his lap time was, you know, extra details like that. Message retracted from Michael Nurse. I wonder what he said there. That's my cheeky little 6 laps. Well, you're all right, mate. You've got a second to gain, mate, off the leader. You're 0.8 behind, so you've got a lot of time to gain. So yeah, I use a little sim dashboard that kind of gives me a... Give a shout out to the new Vamos driver, Mr. Dave Riley. How loud am I? I'm going to give a very big welcome. The new Vamos driver, Mr. Dave Riley. How's that? Is that good for you, Mick? I hope that's kind of what you were expecting to come out of the stream. I've got no idea how that fucking sounded, to be honest. This Alligator has given up. I don't know if he just crashed because he thought it'd be entertaining or not, but God knows what's happened there. Is he going out the way of somebody, or did I scare the living shit out of him? Don't know. Who have we got on a lap? Alligator's staying out the way. Looney Man is on a lap here. I guess it stopped. Nice inside rotation. Pretty preserved. Oh, it's Aston Martin teammate Prof doing God's work here, giving him a tow. Prof better get out of the way. Last minute he does a nice tow there. Well done, Prof. Sound like a part of the info. Lol. Okay. This is your captain speaking. We're going to be going through the Austria hills. Starting qualifying. We've got the Red Bull Ring. This is the qualifying session, short quali for the Tuesday's Elite Division 1. Is that better, Dave? Give me a rating out of 10 for that one, please, mate. Whilst you're in the pits. Looney Man coming into the final couple of complex now. Hope to be a 1-2 for Visa Cash tonight, says Andre. Andre, your pace today is stellar, mate. Looney Man might be coming to spoil the fun. No, he's not. Not yet, Pangin says. Says Dave. Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is quick from the two RB drivers. So yeah, I mean, look out for these guys. I mean, currently our big Dory is not personally where I'd expect him to be. I think I'm not entirely sure if he's more of a race guy. You know, I'm not. I'm certainly not the best when it comes to qualifying. I normally try my best to make up for it in the race. You know, I'm not quick over one lap really, but his race pace consistency is what does me the favour. So yeah, we'll have to keep our eyes peeled on that throughout the race. But I'm sure our big Dory must have something more in the tank. Everyone's in the pits right now. Basson, what are you doing, mate? So far, you've set an invalid 13.3 and done fuck all else. So, can you give us a bit more information as to what's going on in the Mercedes pit garage right now? Are you in the back of it having a knock-off in the corner? A simple yes/no will suffice. Where have all the drivers gone on Tuesday? Yeah, so this happened only in Div 1 and Div 3. So Div 2 and 4 gas are actually full. I think we've got something like 19 drivers checked in on both of those divisions, which is great news. You know, for those divisions. Have a quick look if you like. So Champs division, 18 drivers checked in, and the Apex division, 20 drivers checked in for that. So they are full, those two divisions. And then we've got, obviously, Tuesdays was cancelled due to Tuesday's Div 1 Masters division, which was where I was. I think was cancelled for a multitude of reasons, partially to do with the skill difference between the top and the bottom of the tier. It was nothing short of significant, and I think involved in that is ego. You know, a lot of drivers would be quick to point the finger at other people if they had an accident, that, you know, or any kind of bad race. They'd be quick to point the finger because, you know, you're fighting to be the best at the best. And, you know, there was a big ego pull. You know, a new driver would come in and there'd be carnage, would be swept out throughout the tier. I'm not entirely sure what happened with Div 3. I mean, I only see 13 drivers, and it's only really where we've been for the last couple of races. So it's a bit upsetting, actually, to only see 13 people in. But I think a multitude of lack of championship, lack of availability, or just not enough people to sit in the right tier. But, you know, all the more points of the people that do want to race, you know, and you know, I think all the drivers would be happy to have drivers that are race cleaning than people that are going to race dirty. You know, you say I want to lobby with kind of less people in that are going to be slightly cleaner races and stuff, and then people that won't. So, yeah, I'm not completely sure of the full story, but you know, at least this division's still going. I mean, I'll admit, I think there was one week we were looking at bloody only like eight people racing or something, which was, I think, was Kota, which was bloody awful. So in the Masters division. So on a better note, we've got Basin is coming into the final corner to finish his first and maybe only lap, which is, I mean, a weird time to be. 5-1, you've got to do better than that, mate. Come on. 8/10 off the lead, and you take you know, you got to do better than that, mate. Come on. You got to charge a back trip and go on the same tyres, Basin, mate. I don't know how much fuel you've got on board. 2. So you will have enough. If you charge up, Basin, you'll be able to go around again, mate. You should be fine with that. Who else have we got? Everyone's on track now. Who's on a proper lap? Andre, the current provisional pole sitter, nice and late on the brakes, turned in nicely into turn, I think it's 4 or 5. Have a look how he fares up through the S's. Nicely rotated through there, into the next left, good use of the curb on the inside, using all the road on the outside. Nice lap so far. Is it going to be an improvement? I don't know if he's up, is he? Don't know if he's up or not. Flicks it in, and low, too much rotation. He decided to go for a pit entry. I don't think you can go again, mate. You're not going to be able to go again. I think that's curtains for you, mate. But Prof giving up as well. Alligator, he can easily be the next one to improve. Let's have a look. I think Mick's Tribble has put them off, lol. Yeah, our Mick's just chat full of shit in here, really. That's all he does. And Alligator's actually starting his laps. This is it. He's actually got this is him going now. So still above the Alligator then. He's got a chance to kind of give home the 1-2 for V-Carb here. Let's have a look. much better use of the outside into turn 1, good use of the inside, good use on the exit, very clean first sector again. Aiming for a low 16, 16.1, 16.0 I think are really quick, sort of a 16.2 is a decent, 16.1. Yeah, ever slightly slower than the first sector, but it could be because he's running less overtake and wants more for the remainder of the lap. So I wouldn't be discounted on him yet, but again, a very respectable first sector. But let's have a look. Good use of the road on the outside. He's using all the track, which is going to get you some time for sure, because you've got a bigger circuit to play with. So yeah, nice use through here. Turned in nicely. Bit of understeer though. That V-carb nose not particularly happy. It's 2/10 down. So actually, this is curtains for Alligator as well. No one is bothered about improving. Lee Webb is on a lap, which is good news. So let's sail ball with him. Can he ruin V-Carb's day here? Is he up on his time? He needs a tenth and a bit. Yes, he is. This could be good news for Lee Webb. He had to double take. There was a big double take there into the left. So might have lost some time. There's a bit of uncertainty from the car. Let's see how committed he is through here. Bloody hell, he's using all the road, shucks it in. Big use on the outside. Probably might have cost him some time actually, but it does put him to provisional pole. So great lap. Arbeck Dory now. I think everyone else seems to have finished. Speech is on lap. Let's have a look. Who's first over the line? Shit, I don't fucking know. Arbeck Dory, I think actually is first over. Yeah, he is. Yeah, is he? Or is it? Oh, it's Basin. Basin's done. Basin's had enough, so he's me out of the way. Arbeck Dory is going to be the one, I think, to be first over the line of the last group. So let's see how he fares up. I think he needs, what does he need to get to pole? He needs three and a bit tenths to get into pole here. So again, 6th gear, a lot of understeer. The car's not happy. He is down right now, so actually not really a chance of improvement at all. Let's see how he does into the final couple of corners. Maybe he knows there's a tenth or two here to gain. Another tenth of a second will put him on position. I think that's it. He's given up. Has he given up? That's him. He's out. So there's no one else will have a go. Speechy's given up. Basin. Yep. Kempe has also given up. So yeah, no one impressed. Very anticlimactic final step there, apart from Lee Webb. So give us a round of applause, Lee. Pole position, mate. Well done. 1 minute 4.2. So very quick at the end of that session, guys. Really good job. Pretty distinct. It's really close in that midfield. I'm looking at the times here, and then you've got, as a group of people, I think sort of five or six people separated by what, 2/10 of a second, I think, between Prof and Alligator. That is the case. Yep. Prof and Alligator are the that 4 or 5 gaggle. There is the people that are separated by 2/10 of a second, so very close to the midfield here. And then you've got the top two, Lee Webb and Andre, have sort of fucked off into the distance really. So really good job, Tommy. So I've taken it at the rear, obviously him serving a quali ban, so well done for doing the right thing there, mate. Anyway, so Lee Webb takes pole. Really great drive actually. Have a look at his sector times here. So Lee Webb actually, I mean he improved massively in the first sector, he's only lost half a tenth in the middle, so low 2 was possible for Lee. Corder no. Again, I think he just gave up on his lap, so again 4-3, but on his first lap was absolutely respectable. Prof again improved on all 3. Arbeck Dory, again he's not, another half a tenth would have made it, but let's have a look. So Lee Webb, Cordano, Prof, Arbeck Dory, Riley, Looney Man, Alligator, Royal Rumble, Mystery, Speechy, Basin, Kempe, and then Tommy is taken at the rear because he spent 18 minutes of his qualifying having a bash in the back of the Red Bull garage. So well served, quali ban. I hope you're empty for the race. Basin, I've always been shit at quali. Basin, you are 11th, mate. Are you just shit? Full stop. Nah, that's I'm a bit rude, but I'm a cheeky chap, so it's all right. You'll love me, I promise. Righto. Just quickly load up Discord on my phone. Yeah, well done for pole, Lee Webb. Yeah, absolutely agreed. Nice lap. Yep, well done. Well done, well done, well done. Had less carnage than JT and Hassan. Yeah, that's quite the duo now these days. I'm just marketing myself to everybody in the Power Grid chat. So there we go. Time to annoy everybody. Okay, let's have a look. What did he say? Yeah, had this guy JT Hassan. Well, yeah, I mean, it was an interesting weekend between Hassan and actually Stocker, and JT. I think probably quite enjoying being sat in the sideline as well. PGR versions of Stroll. I think it's just second tier drivers from the Williams. You know, from Williams really. I mean, bloody Sergei Sirotkin was fucking dreadful. You know, and then you've got Lance Stroll, Logan Sargent. I'm not going to mention Nicholas Latifi because he is a god, and there is no one who can tell me otherwise. Not because of Abu Dhabi 2021, I will note. I'm still salty about it. Not for the championship's sake, but I think the fact is here that, you know, Hamilton should have won that race. But again, I actually disagree. I think Verstappen was the person to win the championship in 21. He deserved it more than Lewis. He had a better year and less luck. For example, in Baku with that puncture, you know, it wasn't his own fault, and Hamilton went and fucked up. So, you know, I think it's pretty obvious that Verstappen actually could have been, you know, Hamilton should have been a race win clear or something at the end of that season. You know, so no, I don't think Nicholas Latifi was the cause for the problem there. But yeah, so he's a god. Don't diss Nicholas Latifi. So everybody is on medium tyres apart from Alligator and Speechy. So we're looking at. Oh, I don't need that bloody shit up. Well, actually, I'll do. I'll read the people in the back. So what I know full well is tyre wear around here. Instead of getting up information up, isn't bad. I think but the good news is that no tyre will do the whole distance. So I think any kind of early safety car, you got 36 laps of this track. That was a good burp. 36 laps of the track. You're going to be tyres as soon as you're going to be sort of 60% worn, if not more, really, by another session if there's a safety car at the start. Anyway, we're going live. And no way. Alligator gets a jump start, so we've got a drive-through penalty to serve. So it's already curtains for the V-carb at the start here. Everybody kind of gets through quite well, I think, at the moment. No carnage at the front. Oh, that's a big dive. That's a big dive. Oh, big Dory. No, Gordon, no. He needs to yield that, and he hasn't. Yeah, he's done the right thing. Has he yielded? He hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't yielded yet. Let's have a look. That's not going to come well. He's yielded now. So, yeah, right decision made there to kind of let them go. Lee Webb is probably, well, I mean, having a great day right now. He's got 2 seconds clear of the leading group. This is great news for Lee Webb. No damage to the front of Arbeg Dory's McLaren, which is good. Prof and everyone else kind of carries on. Alligator needs to get this drive out the way as quick as possible here. Everybody, I think, got through quite well. I think Baser made a couple of positions off the start. F1 Riley, a couple of positions. Alligator staying out, which is not the right thing to do. If I'd have got in the clear at the start if I were you. Is Kempy's letting Tommy through, so a bit of teamwork there from the Red Bull team at the back, and we now need to see what the teamwork's like at the front then. So Prof and Arbeg Dory, I think, here need to kind of work together to kind of cash a gap. You know, it's already 2.3 seconds. All of that was done in the first sector, mainly by Cordano's massive dive bomb, but, you know, credit where it's due. Lee Webb's managed to break away and not mess up since. So, you think, you know, has he got the pace? Is Arbeg Dory's race pace better than Lee Webb's at the moment? We'll have to wait and see, because Arbeg Dory kind of, the good news is Lee Webb's by himself. It's not like they're together, so it's not going to get a chance really for Lee Webb to kind of drag himself away with another driver. So I'd expect that there'd be some form of catching up. But I think it just kind of depends really if you know, Arbeg Dory can work with another quick driver, drag themselves forward. Is Alligator staying out? Alligator's spun. That's not what I had in mind about staying out. Has he got damage to that V-carb as well? No, but his basin has. Well, that's not good news at all. So, I don't know what happened there. I just kind of caught the end of it, to be honest, which is a little bit upsetting. But I think this race isn't over yet for either of these two drivers. Yeah, it's a new wing for Basin, so I don't know if there was a entry issue or something to deal with there. Alligator serves his drive-through. Basin hasn't had his wing change because it was probably set to automatic, so Basin's race is in the mud. Basin, make sure you set that back to the right time. Gap to the leaders is starting to drop, which is good news, so 1.8 seconds. So they're going to slowly start to catch. A bit of a gap, actually, I think, in the middle of the field between Speechy and Looney Man. So the top 7 have sort of separated away, except for Lee Webb, who's in another postcode already. So, but you know, I think he's gaining about half a second a lap. How big Dory is, but Prof currently hasn't even got an answer to him at all. So, no hopes there for Prof to you know, do any. So a bit of waywardness there from Looney Man. Big Dory 7.2 compared to 7.4, so it's about 2/10. Oh no, it's not. I absolutely lied. It's 6/10 of a second that lap. So actually, Lee Webb's last lap was a 7.8 to Big Dory 7.2. So that is rapid pace. That's really quick. That is. So Lee Webb, I think, needs to consider how he's going to work with this, because the last thing you need is to have these guys catch you again. As Payson is back in the pit lane, I think, I'm assuming for a new front wing. I think it's too silly to call it a day, because you're going to get points to finish the damn race. Are they going to put the new wing in? Yes, they are. Good news. Royal Rumble has boxed early. Why? Is there a half a wing on Haas? Yeah, and the same thing's happened, where Royal Rumble has boxed and not changed his wing. Hasn't had his wing changed. So, yeah, he's going to have to go around again here. So I think Royal Rumble will be doing another pit stop. So, Payson actually, sadly now, is nearly at risk of being lapped. So, having served what is probably 50 seconds of pit stops already, you know, Basin really needs to get his head down here and just hope to God he cannot stay in front and not be lapped, else your race is over. So carry on, Basin. Doing a great job at the back. I don't know what happened between you and Alligator. Alligator, I think, has he served his drive-through? Yes, he has. So drive-through's been served. Thus why is a 17-second gap there as well. Royal Rumble's pitting now, which I'd assume he's going to have his wing changed. Yeah, you hope so. You keep your eyes out what's going on behind us. Oh, hello. What's happening? What's going on here? Oh, that's a big... Oh, down the inside goes Prof on Dave Riley. Dave Riley was... oh, Dave Riley's on the gravel. No, he's not. He's back out now. That's great commentary here from me. As we've got pantomime-esque commentary. But a exchange between the Aston and the Mercedes. I think it's a little gaggle. Look, we've got Prof leading it here. And Looney Man... you know, hopefully in an Aston Martin sandwich here, as there's probably going to be a little bit of like no love lost here, as Cordano Andre sets the fast lap of the race here and gets himself in front of Prof. I'd assume maybe because of some battling, they might have been in front, which might have unsettled Dave. But much better lap there for Andre. So he's caught. Well, hopefully Andre will be working with Arbeg Dory now to kind of catch up to the leader. But actually, Lee Webb's lap was better than Arbeg Dory's was. So. Ardre and Arbeg Dory need to work together here to try and reel Lee Webb back in, but that gap's down to 1.3 seconds. The instant that falls to less than a second, it's already game over. The chances of getting out of it again are slim. I'm going to take a quick sip of water whilst we listen to our sponsors. If you haven't realised already, we aren't sponsored by anybody, so if you thought that I was, that's on you. So, anyhow, where are we up to here? Looks like nearly... Oh, actually, Arbeg Dory has managed to gap Cordano. So this is now actually turning into a... Yeah, everybody's separating now, which isn't F1 Riley as fast. And actually, Cordano has actually had to lost out the date at F1 Riley. So, everything's going everywhere here, and God knows what's happening. So... all very interesting, all very exciting. As Cordano down the inside. No, he gives up actually. I think he's thought better of it. No one there on the exit to help out. as Tommy and Kempe, are they racing or working together? I think they're sort of trying, actually. They're trying their best to work together, I'd assume. Are they looping each other in? Look, here is going to be an exchange of positions. Yes, there is again. So the Red Bulls working together to try and catch the back of Speechy. But all about this middle gaggle here and the scrap for the lead. So Lee Webb's position now down to 1.2 seconds. So Arbeck Dory is sniffing the back of Lee Webb's. Oh, that's a massive extension on the track there. And another one. That's not good news for Lee Webb. Is that 2 warnings now for Lee Webb? Yes, it is. That's 2 warnings now. Is that 2 in one go? Or was he looking away with it? He might have got away with it just once. He did. Yeah, so lucky escape there for Lee Webb. Only having one warning on those 2 extensions. Speaking of warnings, Mystery, 3 seconds for corner cutting, so a bit of a shame thus far. But right now, actually Prof has fallen back. Prof has fallen behind his teammate Looney Man, and doesn't really seem to want to catch up again. So Prof, who was the leading car in this gaggle here, as Mystery squares up inside, thinks better of it as he forced Prof's deep. Is there a run here for Mystery? Where's he going to look to? No, hasn't got the legs for it at the moment, but a decent chance there. Kind of, go for a bit of a dive, see if he goes deep and square him off at the exit. Good idea there from Mystery, using all the road and just dragging the front nose of that Haas round the corner. So, yeah, a lot of interesting. I wouldn't say the strategies are much different here, but it's Lee Webb. Oh no, it's Mystery. Everything's going wrong here. Mystery. Fucking hell. Mystery is trying to do some power sliding there. It's a shame we didn't get a better angle of that, to be honest, but Lee Webb has ruined himself 9 laps into the race. 3-second penalty for corner cutting, so not good at all. And at this point now, I mean, Arbeck Dory is on the back. He actually got DRS there, so Arbeck Dory now is going to take the lead in the coming laps off Lee Webb. This is now damage limitation for the stake driver, who was given the opportunity of a lifetime to take away from this lead. I've got 2.5 seconds. Oh no! Looney Man and Cordno there. Massive accident between the two. I think they both get away unscathed. I know that Cordno's rear wing will be fine, but I don't know if Looney Man's front wing is okay. I've got this fucking stupid helicopter shot. Get off it. There you go. No, still rubbish. Anyway, so now it looks like that front wing is intact for Looney Man anyway, but Cordno won't be happy with that at all. That'll be a report coming in, and I think a slam dunk penalty. So massive shame there for Cordno, who's now lost out a couple of 2 positions and 2 seconds really to the kind of the top gaggle. But everyone seems to have separated out now. So we've got Lee Webb 1.1 in front of Arbeck Dory, who kind of status quo between the 2 drivers. Is that? I'm just trying to check out the fuel. Yeah, it's actually Arbeck Dory right now is running negative on fuel. He's in this weird position of just on the teetering on the line, which is mad considering that I think this track's actually meant to be quite fuel positive. I think maybe a lap and a half, or I think you should be running over. So Arbeck Dory will be having to deal with that all race. We hope for a safety car to correct that, as Lee Webb has got 1.4 laps over, so he'll be fine. Dave Riley again lap over, so he'll probably be okay. Prof as well. See how he does. I can't actually tell from Prof's what Prof's one is, because the Aston's got a different offset T position than the other cars, so nice and interesting. And Mystery, who has been power sliding all race, massive corner cut there, but it does set him up nicely for an overtake here. Is he going to make use of it? No. Why is he not making use of it? He absolutely had DRS there on the back of the Aston. Well, he's thought about now at least, and this should be a slam dunk move, I think, here. Is he going to square him up? And yeah, he's doing 10 mile an hour less. This should be an easy move. Up the inside. No, he's given up again. Massive lock-up for Prof, so a chance to square the corner off, and Mystery's rear end all over the place. No idea what he's doing, as the Prof now gets back into DRS of F1 Riley, who is up into P3. So Arbeck Dory now, actually, which I haven't labelled yet, is now in DRS of Lee Webb. So Arbeck Dory has a chance to take the lead here and you know, take the chance to take back the lead of the championship, or bring the numbers back down. Obviously, I think Arbeg Dory missed a race or two earlier on in the championship, and has now managed to bring himself. I mean, I think he's still second place to Dave Riley, I believe, but only by about sort of 25-30 points. So that can change in the space of a race. As Looney Man pits, Looney Man is in really early. I think these tyres are the fuel saving from Arbeg Dory. He knows it. He knows he's got fuel problems. So Arbeg Dory banking on a safety car then in order to get this fuel back. So he's probably happy actually at the moment to sit behind Lee Webb, because Lee Webb's just dragging along, and Arbeg Dory's get a chance to lift and coast. But this is mad. So Arbeg Dory's got to hope to God that there's a safety car to get all the fuel back, which means he'd be fine to push the end. But based on what I'm seeing so far, he should have been able to drive round Lee Webb based on how much more pace he's got. Look at the lifting he's having to do, and he's not getting any fuel back. Car is just not getting back any fuel. They're naturally, you know, the problem is with this game, they use more fuel than you think, which is bloody rubbish. You know, based on the fact that, you know, you're not actually allowed to fuel save in this game, or you can't run any more than you think you can, which is a bit silly. Let's have a look at the timing sheets here. Oh, as one of my screens has just started to turn off, and it's back on again. Great news. Oh, as Arbeg Dory is going to lift at the end of the session. Yes, he is. He's going to get DRS on Lee Webb. Lee Webb goes nice and deep. And then Arbeg Dory, I think, here will get the slipstream. Is he going to goodbye him this time, or is he going to think against it? No, he's going to goodbye. He's having to goodbye here, and we'll see the lift from Arbeg Dory. Arbeg Dory goes in, a little bit of oversteer on entry, but nothing bad there. And he takes the lead. So Lee Webb now probably won't realise the fuel issues that Arbeg Dory has, but all he needs to do is stay with him, because right now he's 4.5 seconds clear of Prof, so again it's a solid P2 at the moment already. Prof, Dave Riley and Mystery need to get their act together and kind of start working as a team. I think, I know Dave Riley's running with the fast lap of the race right now, but fastest man on track in the top group is Arbeg Dory. Prof's in. Prof is in. I don't know what the tyre wear is, but I wouldn't have thought it'd be that bad. Interesting. So the hards will absolutely go from here. There's no doubt that they're going to be fine on grip. So it's not really. I think they'll probably do like 30 laps. I think the hards can do with enough effort. So you know, going from lap. Oh Jesus Christ! I'm going to watch that back on my stream. So Lee Webb nearly pile drives the back of Arbeg Dory, ruins both their races here. But note wrong, Speechy has I'm not going to say jumped. Has actually jumped. Yeah, no, he's Peachy's in this. So actually, no, the lead car right now, actually still on pit stops, is Cordano, who's boxed now. Is what's lap 3? Is it now? 3 laps in. So Prof trying to keep with him at the moment. Let's have a look. It's between the behaviour of the Aston Martin today. I mean, these two have already been in a tangle, I think, once. I don't know if it actually was Looney Man or Prof, but one of the Astons got into a tangle with Cordano and just kind of lost them both a couple of seconds of track time, if not more, really, in the momentum as well. So it'd be interesting to see how all this fares up. As in the pits comes Mystery. So Mystery and Dave were the ones that were actually fighting together. So let's see just how powerful the undercut is even over a lap as Mystery boxes. I think Dave will see this as a chance to catch up. There was a bad lap from Riley. Riley had 10.0. Where's that come from? So Riley actually made a mistake then, because a 10.0 is rubbish. Oh, was more scrapping for the lead here. Pardon me, as Arbeg Dory and Lee Webb are back to scrapping once more. Fight continues. Lee Webb is going to get a nose at the inside. I've pressed the wrong pissing button. Lee Webb is still seeing a chance at the inside. Nice and clean so far from the two drivers. But they're wasting time here right now. I mean, look at the gap dropping. Riley, look, it's taken 3/10 out of him in that time. As Royal Rumble picks up a warning. Arbeg Dory looking to go into the pit lane. I don't know what the rule is for pit entry use here, but both drivers are in. So in they go. Either I'm going to get a pit warning limit. No, they're both fine. So not a problem. As F1 Riley stays out for another lap. So maybe Riley's banking on there being a safety car of some sort. An 8-9. Yeah, so he's not lapping much slower than Speechy is right now. Speechy set an 8.7, so the pace isn't bad between the two of these guys at the moment. Not really in the crossover point then, just yet. But the question is, where is Prof going to come out? Where is Cordano going to come out? Not even near him. Okay, so that was a massive anticlimax as our big Dory and Lee Webb continue to disappear off into the lead. The gap's maybe down to, what, 3.5 seconds, I think, is it? Let's have a look. Place your bets. It's currently set as 15.8. What's it going to be? End of the lap. Are you ready to do it or not? Right, bloody stupid game. It's a massive dive from Cordano. Just seen out of nowhere. Gap is, I think, what is it really? Not that 3 seconds, I think, now. So, Cordano takes the position off Prof. Prof's got no answer there. So, I think Cordano, no love lost, really, trying to get back up the inside of, I think, well, one of the cars that's already taken him out this race. So, it's pretty obvious to me as well that if Cordano hadn't have been in this... oh, it's a bloody stupid system. I mean, the gap's 3.5 seconds, for those wondering, between Lee Webb and Andre. So, because the bloody system's stupid, so hopefully it'll reset this lap. As Cordano is all over the place, but absolutely guaranteed that Cordano would have been with the leading two if he hadn't been taken out earlier on in the race. So, so it's Mystery versus Rostocker. Hello, Rostocker. Evening. How are we doing? Hope you've recovered from Sunday, mate. That was a bit of a poor race in terms of driving standards from a couple of people, you know. So I'm hoping you're feeling all right, mate, after the race. But yeah, just try not to get Andre reserving for us tomorrow. Go for podium, mate. Andre's reserving. Yeah, Andre's been quick so far. He has been involved in some contact, as there might be some more happening here. So on board with. Had an enjoyed Monday race. Talk us through it, Stocker. What happened on Monday? Was it a good race? Talk me through it. Whilst these guys have a little bit of a scrap, as Prof yields to Mystery down the inside. Oh, there's a bit of lag there, but no major problems. Cordano trying his best to get away, but no problem at all. But see, the gaps improve. The gaps increase even more because these guys fighting all over the place, and the gap's up to 5 seconds now. So yeah, it's going to be a two-horse race. This is now between Lee Webb and our big Dory. As our big Dory's fuel, he's starting to recover it. So he's plus 0.1 over now. So our big Dory no longer having to deal with the fuel as much, which is good news. Zandvoort Rain from lap 6, unfortunately not to the end. Sound bugs for half the grid from lap 40. Ah, do we love this game? It's so fucking stable, isn't it? It's sweet. It's a bloody disgrace, this game. Apparently people are hoping they're going to release some rumours about F1 25 in pre-season testing week, which is of course this week. Pre-season testing starts tomorrow, so everyone prepare your tissues and the Vaseline. Why Vaseline? I don't know. Lube? Fuck knows, to be honest, but it's pre-season testing week, boys. Let's be happy about it. Right, back to the current action in front of me here. Cordano versus Mystery versus Prof. So these guys all too busy fighting with each other, failing to realise that they're losing a second and a half a lap to the leading two. So this is a great example of race IQ. Now I understand that Cordano's tyres are 4 laps older. I get it, right? But this is no. Oh, brilliant! Here we go. Yeah. Oh, okay, just about clean enough. But you know, this is race IQ for you. So the fact is, it's unlikely you're going to get away from each other here. One of you is not going to be able to get a second lead and take off into the distance, right? It's just how the game works. The DRS is just too powerful, right? And the chances of happening are quite slim. But at the moment, Cordano's tyres are 4 laps older. Right now, he's made amends by catching up and trying to recover from the couple of mistakes he was involved in. But at this point here, the fastest car or the fastest pair of cars need to lead the train. A track like this, especially where you've got, is it 3 or 4? 3 DRS zones, yeah, 3 DRS zones. You know, so you're going to gain, I mean, it could be north of half a second a lap compared to someone who isn't on DRS if you do it properly. So, you know, it's bloody ridiculous, really, that we've got these guys fighting and the gap's just massive. That was a good burp, thank you. Let's see how the gap fares up now. Still 7.3, so they need to work together to catch the guys in front. Now, there's nothing wrong with racing and going by somebody as long as it's done properly. Now, Cordano here. So again, Mystery's charging his battery, Cordano's also charged, so they're side-by-side in front, into a hairpin, where you both can't take the right line, and there's been contact. Yep, so this is the problem they've got, is that now you've got one person without any battery, Cordano with DRS wide open, Prost have a chance to come through on both of them now, and Mystery, who was leading the whole previous lap, now hasn't got to. And in this same time, we've got F1 Riley's now caught up, who again has got, at worst, 4-lap younger tyres, or 3-lap younger tyres, and the cars around him. Looney Man, whose tyres are the same age as Cordano's, is back in the fight. Speechy could probably see this on the track map and looking at this fucking gaggle in front of him, which is basically for a podium, you know, licking his lips on a fresh set of mediums for the rest of the race. He'll be lapping possibly a second of the laps, 2 seconds lap faster than the guys around him, so he's happy about this still. Not over for him at all. So, what's going on? You know, and this is Race IQ for you, so as much as it's a great battle, and I agree it's fantastic, but right now, it's just not necessary. You know, personally, I mean, you know, Masters Div drivers, as we see a big scrap for the lead here, is there's an unlapped car, Royal Rumble trying to unlap himself, I think, as a car has stopped on track. It's Tommy, who has made a bit of a boo-boo, but he will carry on, so no safety car, with good news. Arbeg Dory and Arbeg Dory and Lee Webb having a fight. I'll stay on board Royal Rumble for as long as I can, because we get a good view of the little fight here. See the two of them. Looks like Arbeg Dory's yielded for the corner here, because I think he's also sees the fact that, you know, Lee Webb's got a warning, and I don't need to goodbye him. You know, I've got 5-lap younger tyres in the car behind me, which you might well know. He'll know that there's penalties all around him. It's just not worth pushing that extra that extra 2%, because that's all it is really. It's only 2% gain. You know, 2% is a pretty big difference even on a track like this. You know, but it will save you from making those big mistakes. So Royal Rumble, you know, is just sat watching this now. I think he should be able to go by these guys as long as he does it in the right manner. I think he needs to square him up. He is ghosted, so there won't be a problem for these two. But Arbeg Dory down the inside of Lee Webb, and again he gets it stopped, so no problems there. Lee Webb lets him go. I need to cut back to the big fight in the braking zone, as we've got Mystery and Prof having a little fight, and this has let F1 Riley and Cordano get away. So while these guys have all been too busy fighting, which are still doing, it's a fantastic little fight this is. Let's let the drivers around and get away. Just not helping anybody's race really here, and especially when you've got big groups like this and the leading pack have taken off 7 seconds clear of you, you need to rethink your strategy. You need to rethink, why am I here? What am I doing? Right? And fighting two cars, if you have a chance to catch up to the cars in front, is silly. Right? Now, obviously we've got Cordano and Dave Riley here. I think Cordano will basically let Riley by into the next corner. I mean, look at Riley already charging his battery, so good idea. Riley will probably square up into turn 2 here, so Cordano is in medium. Cordano probably would even challenge this as Riley gets DRS open. Let's have a look what he does. He's charged his battery, so Riley will see the chance. Is Riley going to go to the outside and take the braking zone? Yes, he is. Only gets him alongside, but Cordano lets him go. So Riley's pace now, he needs to unleash whatever pace he has available to him to catch to the cars in front. He is about a second lap faster than the two in front of him. If he gets... Actually, he's not, actually. I lie, because he's slower, because obviously the cars in front are DRS swapping. So we've got, you know, Lee Webb was a second lap slower than Riley was, but Arbeg Dory was 3/10 quicker, so there's actually a net gain. Net gain of maybe 6/10, right, as opposed to the over a second that previously was. Now, Lee Webb can stay in DRS of Arbeg Dory here, and none of toot along to the end because he's got 3 seconds. Yeah, of course he has, but 6.6 from both drivers, so they're identical on pace at the moment because they probably DRS swapped into the hairpin coming up now. So let's have a look. So Riley 7.3, 8.4 for Andre, 7.8, 8.1. Yeah, so no driver right now is lapping as fast as these two in front, and they're just making use of it. They've got away. Arbeg Dory got fortunate being able to get to the lead of the pack earlier on and get away, but Lee Webb got this handed on a platter for him already. I mean, you know, to actually get the gap up from what was 2.3 seconds to the car behind to now 8. I mean, partially to that, obviously you've got Cordano who lost 3 or 4 seconds in an accident and he's still in 4th, and Dave Riley was God knows elsewhere for the first half of the race. So, you know, obviously he's not going to be upset by the positions at the moment, but there will probably be a penalty coming for one of the Astons. I'm not sure which one, but Dave Riley now is probably sees he sees he's got a chance to get away here. Cordonneau doing everything he damn well can to get back in DRS. Has he done it? I don't know what the gap is. Bit of oversteer. I think he hasn't. Unlikely. No, he's not. So Dave Riley has done everything he needs to do to get away from and try and affirm his P3 position. I mean, Cordonneau's tyres are 6 laps older. I mean, it's just unlikely that they'll catch him again. Good news is, for Cordonneau, you've got Mystery behind, who's on 4 lap younger tyres, but has got 3 seconds more penalties, and they've got fighting on behind. These 3 drivers haven't given up fighting yet. Now, they're not actually gaining any time right now. I mean, they're not losing much, but not gaining any either. But the Astons right now are putting it to the Haas driver, boxing him in and playing, having a little fight, as I'm assuming now Prof will keep to the right for the slipstream, move left to kind of box him in. Let's have a look. Prof boxes Mystery into the outside. Nice use of the road there from Looney Man. Mystery hasn't got the answer, so he has to yield. So a good use of the work between the 2 Aston boys so far, so very impressive. I was just having the sip of water there. This is intense stuff. This amount of talking, even for me. So, yeah. Right. Where are we? So, Mystery, Looney Man, and Prof are not catching up. I mean, what was the best lap? Okay, maybe Prof is. Prof's taken half a second out of Andre that last lap, but it's not significant enough. But good news is now Riley's a faster man on track, so as the 2 Astons are working together again, squares the corner off nicely. Mystery needs to get his nose in, can't do it, so the Astons will probably work together again, as Mystery's going to go round the outside of both of them. The Astons are too busy. Boxes one in, nicely stopped there for Mystery, great move. Squares it up nicely. Both the Astons are a bit too preoccupied to worry about it. Off he goes into the front. So the Astons now need to try their best to get away. Try their best to reel him back in and you know, keep him at bay, really, because Mystery's tyres are the best out of this little group, so needs to do what he can. That's Lee Webb and let's have a look, 7-2, so both the drivers. Ross Riley going to cross the line in 7-4. So actually now Riley's losing time. So these two fighting like this now is making Riley lose time. Riley can't keep up with this for much longer. So I think this race is all but in hand for these 2 drivers, as long as they maintain their pace. I mean, Lee Webb will bring home a P2 at the moment. Arbeid Dory will come home with a win, because I think even based on penalties, I mean, the only people that haven't got pens is Arbeid Dory, Prof, Speechy and Alligator, who have all haven't had the best race. I don't know which Aston it was, but I know one of them gave Andre a bit of a prod and lost them a couple of seconds of track time, and I think the pace hasn't been there. God knows. Oh, hello. Fighting is happening once more. These guys have not given up the fight, so credit where it's due here. This is more exciting than it was on the first day's F2 race. But, you know, Mystery still having to fend off the 2 Astons, who are probably charging back. Look at them both charging. Sort of a bit more percentage available than Mystery's got, and they'll have the DRS as well. So, you know, it's unbelievable, really. As Cordonneau enters the pit lane. Why? Did he get damaged? Is this a fastest lap attempt? What's he do? What's this for? Why has he done this? Softs. Those tyres would have made it to the end, so I don't know what he's thinking of doing here, because he's lost out 4 positions here, and he's not going to get those back on these tyres. So his tyres were like 18 laps old. They'd have gone the distance. They wouldn't have been healthy, but they'd have gone the distance, I think, to the end of the race. So interesting call there from Cordonneau, as Kempy does the same. But Kempy's got nothing to lose. Neither's Red Bull of Tommy MC. You know, so these guys are just going to be fighting their way to victory, or fighting their way around now. Now, obviously, the problem is Arbeid Dory going to lap one of the Red Bulls? Most likely, actually, yeah, he is going to be lapped. So actually, one of the Red Bulls has just been lapped by the leading group. So Royal Rumble has overtaken for P14 here, and Tommy MC is now a lap down. So a bit of a silly idea there, you know. Even if he's now a lap down behind both of the a few drivers now, but Dave Riley and Lee Webb and Arbeg Dory still lapping literally almost identical pace to the two cars. So Lee Webb 763, Arbeg Dory 764, Riley 764. So these are still the fastest three drivers on track, but right now they can't catch up. You know, the other drivers around them just can't catch up. This is a dead heat for those between those guys. So this is where the fight's at, and it's a big fight. Look at them all go. Look at Speechy in the background. Speechy's seen this. I mentioned at the start. Speechy was 11 seconds behind these guys at the start of this, and he's been slowly taking a second a lap-ish off the cars in front. This gap's down to just over 2 seconds, right? So Speechy has got the pace to come home in P4 today. If he gets close enough as well, only actually has to get by Prof, because Prof's the one without the warning. So he's already clear, actually, of bloody Mystery. He's clear of Looney Man. All he's got to do is get by Prof, and he's secured 4th. So this isn't over for Speechy at all here. Speechy's tyres, 9 laps older, they'll be alright to the end, no problem. As long as you don't bin it there, mate. Steady on, sunshine. As these three are still fighting, what are they doing? It's going to end in tears for one of them. This is as one of them's going to go deep and take them both wide. They're going to lose a second to track time, and Speechy's going to be licking his lips right now looking at this. So Mystery's all over the back of the of Looney Man's Aston Martin. The Astons are too busy in contact. Speechy again. The gap falls to less than 2. Look at that! 8/10 in one corner. These guys are too busy fighting, and look at the Looney Man down the inside of Mystery again. They can't do it. Looney Man goes, Mystery goes really deep, but runs a bit wide, but gets it stopped, and he should be able, I think, to keep it into the double left-hander as well. I think it's likely for Looney Man to go for a dive there, and Speechy's now going to start getting help. He's going to start getting a slipstream. He's going to start getting a bit of understeer, admittedly, but we'll now start getting slipstream. Is he going to try and catch up here? I think he'll almost do it. Is he? Why is he not pushing, though? Mystery's not Mystery. Speechy hasn't decided to push. I'd have thought he'd have done more than that, as Andre picks up another penalty. Going fastest lap here. I think Tommy MC was the one that got fastest. What the fucking hell? It's the most illegal 6.4 I've ever seen. It's ridiculous. Oh, speaking of ridiculous, we're back on board with these three. Fucking hell. What's going on here? And again, they're all fighting for each other. Look who's in the back. Speechy right now. He's in DRS. He's got him. He'll have DRS. I mean, he's in the time window, but was probably a second out before the corner where it matters the most. Look at this. Speechy could drive by all three of them here, and they'll all have the pants down for him to kind of grasp and twist on the way by. So, I mean, they just spent the whole credit to them. They spent the whole time racing, and it's been clean. I mean, a couple of dings here and there, but no crying, no major contact, no damage, right? And maybe they realise, well, shit, we've written the race off. May as well have a bit of a fight for it, May as well fight for P4 now that I can't catch up to the cars in front. But like, Jesus wept. I mean, Speechy's been flying. And he's got a full tank of battery, which the other cars have not got. And this is it now. So, let's see what Speechy can do here. Is he going to ruin the race? It's nice wide. Don't get a penalty, Speechy, whatever you do. See what happens here. So, Prof's going to go by Mystery. Looney Man's going to go by Mystery. Going to be 3 abreast into the hair. This is going to go one way, isn't it? 3 abreast. Looney Man yields. Speechy Man the outside. Looney Man chuff. Fucking hell. Looney Man opens the steering on the hairpin. Speechy had to open his steering and get taken out in the process. As Looney Man, was that Prof went for a spin there? What the hell was that? No, Prof went for a switchback. Great move there from Prof. And I haven't got my head around how these bloody spectator cams work yet. So, my apologies for the epileptic viewers at home, as I'm too busy killing them all. But this is insane. Lee Webb has taken the lead. I'm not really watching it with chain really because I'm trying to give them airtime, but these two are still fighting for it. And I mean, now good news is that Arbeg Dory's got enough fuel at the end. Riley will be catching up slowly, but these guys are all fighting now. This is where the fight's at, all for P4, and it's going to be a complete fuckfest. I think that's the right word to use here. Nice and late on the, actually early on the brakes, get it turned in. Let's have a look. what Speech can do is Speech is to box him in. Speech is going to box him in, keep to the left-hand side, so he's going to squeeze them to the left. Can he get by Mystery as well? Mystery's opening the room up, but look, no one's got any battery left as Speechy has to yield another corner. Can he get the exit? He's pushing the Aston Martin round the corner. He's got more battery than the rest of them have. He's going to go by them both, and let's have a look which way he's going to go. He'll move earlier than the other cars around him. He's going to be forced to the grass, and he gets it done. Mystery down the inside, gets tagged a little bit by Prof behind, but Speechy goes round all of them. Great move there from Speechy, just great. And that's it. They could have, by not fighting for the past 12 laps, however many it was, they could have been doing this slightly less often to be fighting for 4th rather than 5th. So right now, I mean, you've got Mystery needs to keep in DRS of Speechy now, otherwise he's going to be cutting through all bloody 3 of them. So unbelievable bit of racing this is between these guys. So let's have a look now as I'm assuming Speechy hasn't got any battery anymore. They've all lost it. So here we go. This is all about who's deploying. Brilliant. Yeah, that's how it's done. Yeah, Mystery nice and late there is no! Looney Man's in the wall! Oh, and that's exactly what you didn't want to happen. Yeah, so he's got damage. I think he should be able to get the end on that. He'll be a bit wounded, but Looney Man will get the end there. As there's been more contact as Mystery is lighting up the rear of that Haas. And this is exactly what's happened. They've fought too hard. Looney Man's in the wall with damage. Mystery's all over the rear end, and he's about to blow his rear tyres up, and they're outside of a second of Speechy. Speechy right now is probably sat here listening to this thinking, yeah, bloody brilliant, you guys carry on, don't you worry about it, you carry on, sunshine. You know, it's a silly season really, as Riley falls another 6-second penalty, so he's really out of this now. I mean, the good news is he's still going to be clear of Speechy, which is good news, as yeah, this is Looney Man's got damage here, so Looney Man's race is all but done. As he goes deep, yeah, corner no. That's good news seeing that come in there. And I feel bad for Looney Man, really is a shame. It's a real shame, that is. Box for damage. I don't know if he's going to put him out on track. I think he should come out just in front of Kempy. But no, he'll definitely come out in front of the next car, which is actually Alligator, I think is the next one. Is it Alligator? Yeah, he should come out. Well, no, he won't come out. He'll be fighting Alligator for the end of the race. But fastest lap attempt is on here. So for Looney Man, but that one will be investigated, I think, by the stewards for whatever happened at the start there. So, not the start, whatever happened at that phase of the race. How's they caught? Why has Speechy been caught? Why has Speechy been caught? Speechy's been caught. Unbelievable. Speechy's been caught. What? He was second and a half clear on a better tyres. Why has he been caught? Regardless, this is it now. This is the fight for P4. So here we go. Actually, I've got to watch this lap because this is what matters for the lead here. So. This is for the race win, so I need to give them the airtime here. These guys have been working together all race and have been absolutely flawless. So they've, I mean, yeah, granted we've got Lee Webb with his penalty, but this is a P2 here for Lee Webb. And this is fight for the ages, this is. Arbeg Dory needs to go one way. Leo's going to have to cover the outside. Oh, he squeezes him. Nice defending there from Leo. Arbeg Dory does not need to fight this. There's no point. There is no point in fighting this as Prof gets in down the inside of Speechy. Speechy's going to go back at him and have to cut to them to give him the space and time of day, as it looks like these two are going to be fighting to the end here. It'll be a bit of a squeeze by both the drivers. EA's contact model is not that safe, boys. Do better than that. As Mystery on the inside of both of them is going to be cut as they're 3 abreast. Oh, they're going to hit the gravel as they all just about get through. Prof gets shafted, but it's Mystery who's going to take the lead here on the P4 fight. As into the final corner, actually, Arbeg Dory did get past Lee Webb. Great driving from the pair of them. Arbeg Dory takes the victory there. And it's Lee Webb with an absolutely sublime second place. So, looks like Mystery will actually be coming home in front of these guys on track. But Speechy will pick up P4 based on penalties alone. So, great drive from Speechy there, doing the right thing and making the better strategy call around the guys around him. Prof takes home P5. And who's going to come home after this gap? Let's have a look. So, a couple of the drivers to finish because the laps... Oh, well, that's not the that's not the way. Oh, for fuck's sake. Andre? Do you want to explain yourself there, mate? That's not. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna wind my stream back because I actually want to watch that again. So I cut to Andre. Andre was going around the final corner, tried to do some donuts or so, like tried to lift their ears up and put it in the wall at the end of the line. Unbelievable. So Andre won't actually be classified, I don't think, here because he quit before the end of the race. So I think now this is actually a lie. I think here. So our big Dory though takes the victory. No safety car somehow. Dory takes the victory here with 41 minutes and 6 seconds. Lee Webb with a great drive, recovering. Managed to get away, took pole. Got lucky in the start and just kind of kept up with our big Dory. F1 Riley bringing home P3, and then Speechy coming home P4. Now Speechy actually did a great drive P4 and eventually had damage at the start of the race. So actually he did a one stop and dealt with damage the whole race. So fantastic drive from Speechy there. Prof P5, Mystery P6 with some penalties, Alligator P7, Looney Man P8, Basin P9, and then we've got Cordano classified as 10th, but actually Cordano wouldn't be classed as a DNF here. Kempe will be P10, P11 to Tommy, and P12 to Royal Rumble, with Cordano DNFing at the end. Driver of the day, to me, had to go to Speechy. Again, lap 1 damage, and then, dealt with that for the with the whole of his first stint, put a set of mediums on, got on with the job, and, caught up to the big fight in front of him, went round them at the right way and didn't pick up a penalty and finished 4th on the track. So, driver of the day for me is Speechy. Our big Dory with a great victory, again starting P4, but kept himself out of trouble at the start, and just took off, and Lee went with him. So yeah, great drive from our big Dory there, and yeah, well, I'm gonna call it a day, guys. No, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, obviously sent big love to Mick. Hope he enjoys his elongated weekend and hopefully gets a new mic soon. But I've been Stiggy, and I hope you'll have a good rest of your evening and a good rest of your week. Thank you.